Please welcome James Miller, everyone. James Miller.
Patrick Higgins. So I was kind of casually dating this girl, you know, nothing serious, and I'm pretty sure she was hanging out with other guys too, but like I said, it was nothing serious, no big deal. But then she came up to me one day, and she said, "Have I ever told you how much I love you?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Okay, good, I didn't know if that was you or someone else." I feel like girls just think I'm a big pussy, you know, maybe I'm just paranoid. It was only a one-time thing, but I was hanging out with this girl, and she queefed. And then she looked at me and she said, "Was that you?" I used to take this girl that knew sign language, and she even taught me some. She taught me that 15 minutes of stomach kissing is sign language for you're about to get a shitty blowjob. I just don't understand women, you know, like I heard women find it really offensive being called the C word, but I feel like if I was a woman I'd be way more offended being called a cunt. I was driving down the road the other day and I got pulled over, and the cop comes up the window and he goes, "Looks like I caught you speeding." And I said, "Oh, thank God. I thought you were pulling me over because I'm high." This is my impression of me meeting new girls. So, do you smoke weed? No. Oh yeah, no, me neither. I went to high school out here in the county. I played sports, I played football. I had a pretty crazy football coach, like really crazy. Like literally, I think he was crazy, he had dementia or something. He'd always come to the huddle and be like, "Who are we?" The high school I went to, we had to take a foreign language in order to graduate. It's a Canadian. I got an A. You know, it was a lot harder time back then. Growing up as a kid, I didn't really have a lot of money, so thank God my parents had a shit ton. After I graduated high school, I was a caregiver for the developmentally disabled, and I was working with my client David one day, and I tripped, and David called me retarded. And I said, "You know, David, we shouldn't use that word. That's not really a good word for us to use." And he said, "Actually, you shouldn't use that word. That's our word." I was downtown drinking the other day. I was sitting next to this guy who was drinking this real dark beer, had an orange slice in it. I asked him what kind of beer it was. He said it was a Newcastle. I said, "That sounds really gross, putting an orange slice in a Newcastle." He's like, "What, you've never put an orange slice in a beer before?" I said, "Yeah, right, maybe once on a blue moon." I had a few more beers and I noticed the bartender was pretty cute, so I asked her for her phone number, and she said, "Actually, I don't date customers," so I left without paying. I was walking downtown and I started talking to this guy. He had like a real deep southern accent. I think he was Mexican. we were talking for a while, and he kept trying to sell me a bunch of calendars, and I said, no. I said, why do you have a bunch of calendars? He said, I stole them. I said, why the hell would you steal a bunch of calendars? And he said, stealing calendars is a crime of the future. So I'm a parent. I have 2 daughters, but like I said, I also smoke weed. A lot of people think since I'm a parent I shouldn't smoke weed anymore, but my daughters are pretty young. It's kind of perfect because all they want to do is sleep and eat all the time too. Who could blame them with all the weed we smoke together? So like I said, I have 2 daughters, 2 kids, both with the same mom, but we're not together anymore. I don't know, you might be able to relate to this. I just couldn't see myself dating someone that has 2 kids. So I used to always close my sets. With this joke about abortion, but that never went too well. So I had to kill it. You guys were all cool when I was smoking weed with my daughters. I'm James Miller. You guys, thanks a lot.
James, everyone, James. Remember it. Top 4. Alright, before I bring up your next comic, I actually have to give a shout out to one of my friends who's helped promote this show. You can listen every day in the drive time from 4 to 7 on KGMI. Tracy, everyone. Guys, give it up for Tracy. Helped me out a lot. Had us on Rich Kyle's radio show. I appreciate that, man.